Hello, my name is Monica and I'm the business analyst for the Collective Goods IT department. Today I'd like to do a walkthrough of the eBlast application. Starting from the rep portal, you can navigate to eBlast from these links at the top right of the page. eBlast will open directly onto the screen used for creating new emails, but before we look at how to do that, let's look around the system first. At the top left is the main menu bar with options for creating a new message, looking at your sent messages, looking at your draft messages, and viewing your contacts list. At the top right are some other links. Docs will take you to the most recent instruction set for this application. The rep portal will navigate back to the rep portal, and exit, of course, will exit out of the application. Because eBlast is used to generate marketing emails to go to your customer base, an important part of the system is for managing your contact list. The Manage Contact tool has three different collections of contacts: contacts, locations, and distribution lists. Individual contacts are listed on the Contacts tab. A contact must have an email address, but the system can track other data for each contact as well. You can see this other data by clicking on the View Edit button. From here, you can edit this information, delete this contact, or close this screen. The system automatically collects contacts for you from several of Collective Goods systems, including the corporate POS, IVR credit card orders, digital order form, My Store, and online contests. These records are added to your contact list every night, and email addresses are automatically associated to locations if that information is available from the source system. For those that you add manually in the POS, an end-of-day process needs to be run before those contacts will be visible to this system. You can also manually add contacts with the Add Contact button. From this page, you can type in a single contact and add that one. Or if you've got multiple contacts to add at one time, use the Upload file. Download the template file by clicking on this link, which will download a CSV file to your Downloads folder. CSV file stands for comma separated value. So if your application asks you what is the separator in this particular file format, comma would be the right answer. And that will open up this template in your spreadsheet program. I have one that I've already created for this demo that has a few contacts in it. As you can see, I have here three that I would like to import: New, Jane, and Peter. And I can then choose that file from this uploader, go to my Downloads folder where that exists, open it, and say Upload. You can see that the system has read that file and brought them in, and in fact it has evaluated all of those email addresses to say that they are valid. They do not currently exist in my contacts list. At this step of the import, I can choose to select to associate those contacts to a location. So let's put them as being a part of Acme. And then I can go ahead and complete the import. And if I come back into my locations and look at Acme, I see New, Jane, and Peter. For more information about how to import lists of contacts, check out the eBlast instruction set. So let's talk more about the Locations list. The Locations tab displays a list of all of the schools and businesses in your leads list that can be used to group recipients. You can see a count of those recipients of who has been associated to each location at this top level. And by viewing a location, you can see what those names are. By clicking the Add Remove button, you have the ability to remove anybody currently associated, or search through your individual contact list to find additional contacts to add to that location. Note that a single contact can be associated to more than one location. Distribution lists are one more way of grouping contacts, making it easy to email a lot of your customers all at once. Like locations, the system will show you the number of recipients that are associated to each distribution list. But when we view the contents, we see that it contains other locations. In this way, a distribution list can be set up to represent an entire route at once. Distribution lists can be made up of locations, but they can also be made up of individuals. When you are adding contacts to your distribution list, make sure that you are searching on the right tab. It is our recommendation that you use locations to group individual recipients, and you use distribution list to group locations. In this way, it will be the easiest way to make sure that you are emailing the people that you want to talk to as you start marketing a new event. There is one very special distribution list that every rep has, which is maintained by the system. It's called Unlinked Contacts. This is our attempt to assist you in making sure that all of your contacts are associated to a location. Every night, the system goes through your contacts list and pulls out all of the contacts not currently associated to a location and puts them into this distribution list. This way you can quickly identify who those people are. You may be able to contact them and ask them what location they are affiliated with so that you can get them associated to the correct location and then thereby the distribution list for their route. Finally, you may have noticed in this demo me searching for contacts. You can search on any of the three tabs, as well as within the process to add contacts to locations and distribution lists. When searching for contacts, you can search on name, or you can search on email. This search will bring back everyone who has a gmail.com email address. You can also search on a location name. Doing that will bring back every contact that's associated to that particular location. In order to clear out a search, you need to remove your search criteria and click Search again to search for everybody. And finally, what you've been waiting for. How do we create new messages? The new menu will take you to the Create Email page. The first step is always to select your template. New templates are added to the top of the list, and they are attractive templates for you to use. You can quickly preview the different templates by clicking on the Preview pane and selecting a different one. When you've found a template that you want to use, just click the Create Email button. This page shows you a number of fields that you need to set for your email. The From email is always defaulted to your collective goods email address. If you'd rather use a generic email address, you can change that here. The email description and email subject seem to be somewhat redundant, but the intent for email description is a description that has meaning for you. Whereas the subject is something that is meaningful for your customers, because this is going to be the email subject that they see. And then, of course, we need to select the recipients to send to. By now, you should be familiar with the difference between our contacts list, location list, and distribution lists. And also, as we mentioned before, the best practice of creating distribution lists that correspond with your routes. So as you set up a new event for your east side locations, all you need to do is select that one distribution list, and that will have all of your contacts at those locations selected. The schedule allows you to specify a future date and time at which you would like the system to automatically send this email for you. Now, it's important to understand that this time is interpreted by the system to be Mountain Time, so Colorado time. So if you are on the East Coast and you want this to go out precisely at, say, 10 a.m. in the morning, you're going to want to set that for Mountain Time, which would be 8 a.m. Setting this time is only relevant if when you go to send the message, you're going to be using the Send Scheduled feature, which we'll come back and talk about in just a few moments. Now it is time to craft the message that you want to send. The email templates are provided to give you some fresh, eye-catching graphics that will help you get the attention of your customers, and yet allow you the freedom to add custom content that personalizes the email as coming directly from you. In the template, you'll find a number of fields that you can fill out, each one labeled as either required or optional. Required fields must be completed. However, you may leave the optional ones blank. If you leave optional fields blank, then the final email format will just collapse those fields out. Most of the email templates include image thumbnails at the bottom, which are required. A few of the templates do not have required images, and you'll see that mentioned in the title of the template. Before you can send an email, you must save your design, which will place it in your drafts list. We can go to our drafts list now to see this email and other versions that I have been working on. You can open any of these versions to continue working on. To see what the final email will look like, use the Final View button. The working view is the view where you can edit your content. The final view will show you what it will look like to your customers. Once you're done composing your email, you can select one of 3 different ways to send it. Send Test, Send Schedule, or Send Now. The Send Test message will allow you to enter any email address and just send this off to see what it will look like. The Send Scheduled will queue this message to be sent to your selected recipients at the specified scheduled date and time. Send Now, of course, will send this message immediately to the selected recipients. Both the Send Scheduled and the Send Now buttons will add your email to the queue to be processed. You can view your sent messages in your sent email list. Notice that before the message is actually sent, the status is pending, and when it is sent, it will change to sent. You can open up any of your sent emails to view them. This will give you the option, in the case of this pending one that hasn't gone yet, to cancel the send or to duplicate this email. You may wish to send the same email to a different set of recipients, and so you can do so by duplicating it here. Just one other point I'd like to make is about bounced email addresses. If you are using your own email address as the from email address, that means that not only can customers reply to your email and start a conversation directly with you, it also means that you will receive any bounced emails from undeliverable email addresses, etc. The system will pay attention to those bounced emails and will process them to remove them from your contact list so that you don't continue to send email to bad email addresses. So in essence, you do not need to worry about bounces. You can ignore them, as the system will automatically remove those contacts from your contact list. So that concludes our tour of the eBlast system. Thank you very much for your attention.